What's up, guys? Friday Night Magic, and I want to share with you probably my favorite deck that I have created in 2015 yet. This is Duels of the Planeswalkers 2015, and here we go. I like to call this deck End of Days for good reason. Maybe you'll pick up on the theme as we go through it. But I focused heavily on massive amounts of removal, mass removal, and finishing with lots of big flyers. So everything's got evasion, and it works pretty consistently. The only time it ever really struggles, from my experiences, is when the game drags on too long on those control decks. It's got a decent standing chance against the really fast decks, and it does really well overall in the random public games here on Steam. So without further ado, I'm just going to go through the list. First of all, we got Wall of Omens. It's a 2-cost. 0/4 defender. When Wall of Omens enters the battlefield, draw a card. I think we all know what Wall of Omens does, and it pretty much fits in here. It's in here to help stall out the early game and also get you deeper into your deck. Reprisal. A lot of people over on No Goblins Allowed don't like Reprisal, or they talk bad about it, but in this deck it fits right in with the removal package, because I've got lots of other removal for the little guys, like I've kind of shown, or like you'll see, I mean. But if there's an early guy that gets in there that gets big early, I need a way to deal with it. And I was experiencing that issue before, and so that is why Reprisal is a 2-of in this deck. And I chose Reprisal over Angelic Edict because it is a 2-cost. That's the biggest reason. So that way also, in the later rounds, I can drop Reprisal to kill off one of their big boys, and then drop one of my own big boys. And that's what this deck is all about. It's trying to get your big boys out ASAP. And your big boys in this deck are phenomenal. Baneslayer Angel, 5-cost, 5/5. Flying, first strike, lifelink, protection from demons and from dragons. I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself, and it's pretty much an auto-include in any white deck. It fits right into this deck's theme, and I would not replace it. It's totally in here. Planar Cleansing. It's a 6-cost, I'm sorry. It costs 3 white planes. I mean, that's tough, but with the recent addition of the new Tri-lands, this got even easier to play. And I'm really happy that they kind of boosted this deck up a little bit more, and the deck was already really solid. I put a lot of time into this deck. Like I said, it's my favorite creation that I've came up with, and it's pretty well known over there on the No Goblins Allowed forums. And here we go. Destroy all non-land permanents. It pretty much speaks for itself. I focused on a massive removal kind of start for the early kind of turns or whatever, and this is to clean it up before I start dropping my big boys. Dead Weight. 1-cost, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. So this is an early removal. As well as, later rounds, it kind of has added value against the bigger boys, too. It kind of shrieks them down until you can get them out of the way. Works pretty well in this deck, and I just wanted to be able to take care of the early rounds with removal until I can start dropping my bigger guys. Tribute to Hunger. Now, I don't usually like this card, and I tried lots of other cards in its place, but with this package, I mean, it just goes really well in here, especially with 4 mass removals as well. You can drop Anger of the Gods, which you'll see is in the deck later, and then throw out a Tribute to Hunger to finish off the last guy that was big that was remaining there or whatnot. It works real well here. On the faster decks, it doesn't really help that much on the really aggro decks, but that's what hopefully the Anger of Gods is there for, as well as the other 6 small removal cards that I have there. So just to tell you what it does, it's a 3-cost. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Phyrexian Rager. By the way, this is the only deck really that I run this card in. So for those of you who don't really like Tribute to Hunger, I myself don't really care for it either. But in this particular deck with this particular removal package, it does well majority of the time, as well as dealing with the life loss that I have in other areas in this deck, as you'll see. It kind of fits right in here, and it's definitely, in this particular list, it holds its own. Phyrexian Rager. So the downside with Mardu and why it's not so popular is there's just not that much draw in the colors. So I put all of the draw options that I had available in here, and they just work well too. Now, I chose Friction Rager over the other option at the 2 cost to throw it in the what's the other guy's name? Let me just look real quick. It's a new zombie, or newer zombie compared to Friction Rager. Friction Rager's been there longer, but it costs, I believe, 4 mana to hard cast it, but it's got, here it is. It's got recycle. Viscera's Dragger. I probably totally massacred that name, but 4 cost, 3/3. You can cycle it, so it allows you to draw a card for 2 random or colorless mana. I tested him out when he came out or whatever, but I just really needed the body at the 3 cost, the cheaper cost. I needed the body for the 2/2 that came with the draw a card attached to it, especially against those faster decks. So that is why I ultimately went with Friction Rager. So he fits right in here. I wanted turn 3 drop. I wanted more earlier kind of creature bodies to get out there, and he also helps me get deeper into my deck. So that is why he is in there. Graveborn Muse. This is one of the best, if not the best, actually, without a doubt, the best draw card that we have available in this color combination, which is another reason why I like this color combination so much, because it's just not a common color combination. And this deck is incredibly consistent. It's really good for this color combination. I don't think that it gets much better than this deck for this color combination currently. Graveborn Muse, 4 cost, 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of zombies you control. So basically, card advantage, man. If this thing stays out there for a couple turns, generally you're not losing. Shadowborn Demon, 5 cost for a 5/6 flying. When Shadowborn Demon enters the battlefield, destroy target non-demon creature. Sometimes that sucks, but most of the time he's still okay. He's more removal. Is first and foremost what I look at him as before the body. Every once in a while, he is nice to kind of like sacrifice a wall 2 or a Friction Rager 2, so you can attack in the air for 5 that turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice if there are fewer than 6 creature cards in your graveyard, sacrifice a creature. Oftentimes he does get sacrificed, but if you have like a Rager or something, like I said earlier, like a Rager or a wall, you can sacrifice that instead of him and swing in with him. He also goes really well with Shieldred Whispering One. This card fit right into this deck. I love it, and it's definitely pretty much an auto include in this build. Shieldred took the place of the big boy. What was his name? Butcher. The Butcher. Yeah, I'll just show you real quick. All the way at the end. Boom. Yeah. So Shieldred replaced Kozilek for me. Now, Kozilek he was good at the time before Whispering One came out, but he's really expensive. So there was a number of games where you just finished off the enemy before you were even able to cast him, or would want to cast him because you're tapping out to cast him. So and more often than not, Kozilek was kind of a dead draw until like the later rounds. And so I just feel overall Shieldred is a far better option in this list. So she got the spot over him when she came out. Runescarred Demon. It's just to read off what Shieldred Whispering One does. Sorry, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. It's a 7 cost, 6/6 Swamp Walk. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. So she's just got massive value. Fits right into this deck, and I just think she's just far better than Kozilek in this list, and I wouldn't change her out. Runescarred Demon. And the way she works, obviously, if you haven't noticed, at the beginning of your upkeep, you return a creature card from your graveyard. So you return Shadowborn Demon, and he kills another one of their creatures, and then they sacrifice another one of their creatures. It's a pretty mean combo. Granted, though, generally around this area, you've kind of like got the board pretty clear anyways, hopefully, with the removal package that we have at our hands. Runescarred Demon, it's a 7 cost as well. It's a 6/6 flying. When Runescarred Demon enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. He pretty much speaks for himself. He lets you get whatever you need from your deck. If you notice, pretty much every bomb that is in this deck has evasion. And that is the power of this deck. So you're removing all of the threats that you need to take out of the way, but generally you're winning in the air. You're winning by flying over your enemy's head and taking them out that way. Gristlebrand. This guy is nasty. He is nasty, and I love playing him. And I think that he definitely deserves a spot here, if not for the fact that he pretty much wins games when you get to play him. He also has lifelink, which kind of helps out for the if he gets to swing in, just to heal yourself up. And also, you can pay 7 life to draw 7 cards, and that is what causes him to be such a game winner. Also, he has evasion, flying, and lifelink as well. So you kind of, if you can attack with him, you can get your life back from the drawing 7 cards. But this guy, generally, like if you get him out in the field and you got the life to pay for it, he wins games. And yeah, so he's like one of the biggest win cons in this deck. Surprisingly, out of all the other win cons, this guy right here is probably another massive win con. I'll explain to him in a while. Shock. I've got 4 of the shocks in here. He's a shock, deal 2 damage to a creature or player for 1 mountain. I didn't really tell you that on the other ones. On Deadweight, I chose 3 instead of 4. And I felt like 4 was just too much. 3 was the magic number there where I'm not getting flooded with them. Anger of the Gods. The 3 cost Anger of the God deals 3 damage to each creature. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. Pretty much speaks for itself. It is great against aggro builds and or other decks that kind of accumulated some small guys. Or little tricks you can do is like hit them with Anger of the Gods and then kill them off with your shock or your dead weight, and they are exiled as well. So you can get rid of those guys that you need out of the game for good with it. Stormbreath Dragon. Now this guy is awesome. I don't think that he gets the credit that he deserves because he is phenomenal, especially in this meta with all the white removal. He's just great, man, and he has won so many games for me. He costs 5, flying, haste, protection from white, 4/4. He's attacking the turn he comes into play. He's real aggressive. When you get to 7 mana, you can monstrosity him. I can't even talk right now. You can monstrosity him for 3, making him a 7/7 flying in the air. And he also, when Stormbreath Dragon becomes monstrous, it deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. So sometimes that hurts a lot too. Oftentimes, you know, you'll deal 7 damage, you'll deal 6 damage, 5, 4, what have you. There's a number of times where you won't do that much either, but the fact is you monstrosity him and you swing in for 7 regardless, and he's in the air, and he's protection from flying, so he's going past Bane Slayers and the like. He wins so many games, I swear to God, especially like those games where you come across mono white, they pretty much concede when you play him. Inferno Titan, he's a 6 cost, 6/6. Inferno Titan gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So you can pump him up. And also, when he enters the battlefield or attacks, he deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures and or players. So he helps out against those aggressive decks. He helps to finish off your enemy. He helps to take out those 3 guys, or he helps to give more reach to your shocks and your deadweights. So I like him in this deck. I personally think that he definitely should be in here. He doesn't have evasion, but sometimes I kind of consider it like evasion with this with his ability that he has here, plus the fact that he can pump up. He's a great finisher. There's a number of times where he will win the game too, and I think that he deserves a spot here. Next and not least, in my opinion, Dark Steel Ingot. This is like the bread and butter of the deck, especially before the Tri-Lands came out. And even with the Tri-Lands, I still, at this point in time, think that it's worth it to have the Dark Steel Ingot, because if you can get the Dark Steel Ingot out before turn 4, so like if you can get it out there on turn 3 or turn 4, preferably turn 3. If you can play it on turn 3, bam, you can play your Stormbreath Dragon turn 5. You can play your Angel turn 5, your Baneslayer Angel turn 5. You can play your Shadowborn Demon on turn 5 if you need to. So it's like you get 3 options, 3 really solid options out on turn 5 or on turn 4 if you get to drop the ingot there first. Plus also it helps to kind of stabilize, because if you notice there's a lot of double cost guys in this deck, and Gristlebrand has the 4 cost, but it's not too much of a problem as a lot of people may be concerned. with the ingot in the deck, as well as the new Tri-Lands as well. Gristlebrand doesn't. I've never had a problem with him since the Tri-Lands came into play, and even before the Tri-Lands, I still ran him in my deck, and I didn't really have much problem getting him into play. So I think that he deserves a spot, and I think that the ingot deserves a spot for the ramping effect, because we need that ramp in this deck. I mean, because the bombs are what wins with this deck, and generally your bombs are going to out kill your opponent faster than what theirs are going to do, because they're in the air and they're pretty tough to deal with. So I'm going to take this into some games now and let you guys get to see it in action. Let me just show you the lands real quick too, actually, just so you can see the lands. So just to go through it again, this is the deck. We've got 3 ingots, we got 1 Titan, obviously, we got 1 Storm Breath, obviously, we got 2 Anger of the Gods, we got 4 Shocks, we got the Gristlebrand, we got 2 Runescarred Demons, we got Shouldered Whispering one of, we have 1 Shadowborn Demon, we have 2 Graveborn Muses, we have 4 Phyrexian Ragers, we have 3 Tributes to Hunger, 3 Deadweights, 2 Planner Cleansings, 1 Baneslayer Angel, we have 2 Reprisals, and we have 3 Wall of Omens. As for the lands, I keep them all even, and the reason is because we've got so much early. As far as the white is concerned, that's the least early, but turn 2, Wall of Omens does help, as well as the even of the swamp and the mountains, because we do have each 1 drop of each, so it's really nice to have it there too. Generally, on turn 1, I want to drop either a black mana, a red mana, or a Rakdos Guildgate, or a Outpost, preferably, just to make sure that I'm good, that my first 1-cost removals are online if I need them. And then turn 2, hopefully I have the plains there available if I've got my Wall of Omens there to get out on turn 2, or if not, turn 3, what have you, whatever. But this is the thing: 4 plains, 4 swamps, 4 mountains. We've got 3 Nomad Outposts, we've got 3 Rakdos Guildgates, we got 3 Boros Guildgates, and we got 3 Orzhov Guildgates. And that is pretty much how we play this 3-color deck, and how we kind of stabilize based on all of the double cost creatures and all. So the Nomad Outpost really, really helps here, and I'm so happy that they finally got this into the game. I was really disappointed when the Tricolor lands came out and there was nothing for Mardu. Because, like I said, I've been running this deck for a very long time. I feel like it's pretty much optimized for what it's trying to do, and it does it really well. So without further ado, let's take this bad boy into some games and show you how it works. Now, the meta is kind of fucked up right now. There are some weird-ass decks I was playing a couple earlier today before I figured out how to capture this screen stuff. But there were some weird things going on. I played against a Timur deck, which was green, red, blue, and he was trying to use the new green, red, blue gold card that was in the that's for Timur or Timur. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. And it was just not a very good deck. I think that maybe he has Warp World in it, no. There was another one after that. But it was just a bad deck. There was another deck after that. I think it was a Warp World deck, but it didn't really stand much of a chance. It didn't get the cards it needed or something if it was a Warp World. But it also had the enchantment that lets it, when you play a creature, it deals its damage to a creature or player. So I don't know if it was a Warp World deck. I know I've heard of people running that in Warp World decks. I personally don't run it in the Warp World deck that I play, which is Monk's Warp World deck from No Goblins Allowed. It's pretty awesome. I think it's about as good as Warp World can get here. And we're going to go ahead and just keep this hand, because we got 3 land and we have Shock and Phyrexian Rager, so hopefully we can do our thing. And wow, right off the bat we're getting what appears to be an aggressive deck, unless this guy's a retard. So we've got some tools against it, so we can go ahead and shock what we need to, if we need to. Like, for example, if he plays his Goblin Dude. It's been a little while since I've been playing Magic, so I don't remember the names of the cards. I do have a very strong understanding of the cards in this game, and I know what they do and what to expect, but I don't remember some of the names. So there's I believe it's a 3-cost 2/2 that when he comes, or when it goes into your battle or your turn to attack or whatever, it puts a 1/1 token out. I forget its name, but it's pretty It's a pretty good guy, pretty good creature. And so I kind of want to hold on to shock for it just to take it out if it comes into play. So I'm going to just hold on to the shock. That way, turn 3, if he plays it, I can take it out of the way. Nice. So the first game that I get into with this deck is an aggro deck. So we'll see if it can hold up against this one if we get the right draws to deal with it. All right. Man, I'm really hoping maybe we can get what we need to remove this thing off the table. Planar cleansing will do the trick, but hopefully we can. What is it? I think it only does attack, right? Yeah, it only does attack. So it doesn't. It looks like as of right now, he doesn't have what he needs there. But son of a bitch, man. I'm gonna play this so I can play this guy and get a defender out. This is probably not going to be a good match, man. He got that early. He's got all them goblins. It's going to be rough. I think it's, how many is it, 5 or 7? 5. Fuck. So now he has enough to cast the one goblin if he has it. Which is why I kind of held shock instead of shocking this dude, but he doesn't have it, and it's not a goblin, so that's good. So we're just going to throw this guy in front of him. Alright, so it looks like if I can survive next turn, I might be able to do something nice. So what I'm going to do, just to help ensure that I do, is make him discard one of those guys. Make him just get rid of one of those dudes, so that way there's less coming at me this turn. And then next turn I can play Baneslayer. And hopefully he doesn't have treason. I'm really hoping he's not holding a treason, because that would be nasty. Ooh, yeah, and I got my shock. That's the dude I was looking to be coming. Son of a bitch. Now this guy's getting pumped up. Fuck. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts, that hurts, that hurts. That really hurts. Fuck, I got my planar cleansing, but I need one more mana. Shit, this is where those tough decisions come, man. I don't think I can do anything about it. Well, fuck, I have to, If he attacks... If he has treason, though... Fuck, I don't have shit to do, man. This is... I'm totally fucked here. He's probably got shock. I believe he has shock. It's still 6 coming, but I'll heal. So let's see if he has treason or shock. I mean, if I don't do it, then he's going to be able to shock me to death. And it's high probability that he has shock. In his deck, at least. Oh, he has treason, bitch. Alright, so we got off to a bad start here, man, with this Hero Goblin deck. This card right here is generally not ran that much, and it's not that great of a card. There are far better ways to build an aggressive red deck. It's just too slow generally, and oftentimes it can get removed. So I didn't get what I needed to there to deal with that. But, you know, hopefully the next game will be a little bit better. I built this deck to have as strong a possibility pretty much as you can in the early rounds, as far as removal goes, to kind of deal with those aggressive decks. That one was a little bit too aggressive, and I didn't have the cards I needed early enough to deal with what was there. It would have been amazing if I could have drew the Anger of the Gods. That would have been phenomenal to deal with that, but I didn't get it. And if he didn't have active treason, that'd have been cool too, because then I could have killed his goblin dude and healed and survived another turn. But he had the treason, and that was one of those times where treason is good. I don't like treason. Personally, I think it's too situational. It's not a solid card choice in my opinion. And if I was to run it, I probably would only run it as a one-of, and generally in a deck. Obviously, everything that I'm talking about is all concerned to Magic 2015, Duels of the Planeswalkers here. I'm not talking about any other game or any other format. So let's move forward. Let's see what's going to happen now. Let's see what we get paired up against coming again. Wow, this is assigning me somebody. I'm going to get something to drink. Oh, it sounds like somebody's there. Alright, so it looks like it's going to take a little while to get into a damn game. Alright, let's try this then. Since that's not one to work, let's do a custom match. What just happened? What the fuck? I don't know why we lost it, but let me just, I'm going to have to edit this part out. What the fuck? The game crashed on me, son of a bitch. I promise you, I'm not editing videos just to get good things, obviously, because if I was, I would take out that goblin lost there. That goblin deck got a really great start. A really great start. Things could have been very different if I drew what I needed when I needed it. Yes, or if he didn't draw exactly that hand. Alright. Let's see if game number 2 works better. Now, if this was Hearthstone currently, I'd probably put these guys back into the deck for now. But it's not, and I don't want to take a risk on this other stuff. I'm going to hope that he is not a super aggressive deck, because I don't have the removal in my hand, but let's just see how this goes. I do have a Wall of Omens going to help out in the early rounds. Hopefully I can draw into some removal if I need it. I've got plenty of removal though, so we'll see. Uh-oh. He's got the in the air guy or the dodging guy or whatever. Oh shit, Fusion Crab. He's trying to mill me. Alright, well, I mean, generally these decks don't work very well, so this is probably going to be a win here. Probably going to be a win here. You know what? I don't care so much now. I'm going to do this. I don't care about him milling me. I mean, the thing is, though, I don't have the Kozilek in my deck anymore. But I'm hoping that I can take him out in the air before he can fully mill my deck. Fleeting Destruction. Or maybe he's trying to draw himself out or mill himself out and win with the Laboratory Maniac or whatever that card's name is. We'll see about that. I don't have any creatures coming out until turn 7 and 8 yet, which kind of sucks. Hopefully I'll draw something when I need it, though. Yeah, he's milling himself. He's going to try and win with Laboratory Maniac. Laboratory Maniac. my concern with it, if it's only a blue deck, my concern is, what if he discards both Maniacs? This is such a bad deck, man. Such a bad deck. I can't imagine losing to this deck. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. But let me get Graveborn Muse, because it's not milling me, so I'm just going to go ahead and get the cards I need. Start fucking them up. I'll be pissed off if I lose to this. I don't think I will, though. Yeah, he missed a land drop. That's good. Man, I'm not getting my early things. Let's go ahead and take this off the table. And he's not going to pump out any damage, so there's no point even attacking. Alright. Now I can wipe his whole board. Let's do that and slow down his mill game. I don't know, but is it really worthwhile to do? I'm not really that worried about it at the present. Let me play this guy first. Even though, I mean, I still can't attack, but I just want to get deeper into my deck and get the boys I need. I want to get the boys I need. Skip attack. 6. Maybe I should have wiped the board so that way I could play turn 7 my my guy and start swinging in for damage. Alright. I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to clear the board. You know what? Let's do this first. Let's see if he blocks it. Because something tells me he might be afraid that I'm going to... See if he's afraid to lose those walls by the chance of me killing him. Okay, he's not afraid to lose the walls. Alright. So we're just going to take out his walls. He's mana fucked. This isn't looking good for him. This game is not looking good for this guy at all. He's totally mana fucked. I'm wondering if it's because his lack of land in his deck, or it's just totally fucked by the RNG gods. Oh, he's going to try and mill me now, huh? You want to try and turn the tides, huh? Too bad, sir. Too bad. What did I discard? All lands into whatever. I don't even need the lands. Awesome. Let's I have 3. This is the 4th one. Let's do that and play this bad boy. Can't be countered because it's tapped out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It might have been wise not to use the board wipe yet, because I could have played him and then made him sacrifice shit, and then I'd still have my creatures there to kind of start swinging in with, but we'll see. Yeah, and this game is pretty much sealed. This game is over. He got fucked on the land too early, and I think his deck is pretty bad anyway, so he didn't really stand much of a chance, to be honest. As far as I know, I mean, Who knows? Maybe he wins more than he loses, but I doubt it. I don't think it's a good solid build. Maybe he's testing it still, or maybe it is. Maybe it does work well enough in the randoms. I don't know, but I just don't think it's a solid list. He's like forced to run too many terrible cards. He doesn't have any board wipes because he's solid blue. It's just not looking good for him. Shit is not looking good for him. Let's first swing in. Alright, let's see what he's sitting at. 4. Can I finish him off? I should be able to finish him off. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I got enough. He's dead. He's down for the count. Unless he has a counter spell. Yeah. Alright, so that wasn't a very good deck in my opinion, but you know, who knows? Maybe he does well against other people. Let's get another one in. Let's get another one in. Juggy. Alright, Juggy, let's see how you do. Let's see how you do. Son of a bitch. I don't like this. I mean, but oh man. I do have a bunch of cards to utilize it, but yeah, let's get another hand. Alright, that's a little better. That's a little better. I'll take that. Just I have more mana consistency in this hand. Ooh, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it can be a pretty tough opponent, man, for any deck. So let's see what he's doing. It's not, is it? It's America. It's America. America. Fuck yeah. All right, let's see. I need so if I can draw one more mana, or if I can draw an ingot, then I'm getting Storm Breath on turn 5. If it's a there we go. All right, so I'm getting the Storm Breath on turn 5. That's good. Hopefully he's not trying to counter shit. I have a feeling that he's American control, which means that he will be trying to counter shit and remove shit, which is really lame. So gay. But let's just start getting him to use that removal or the counters. Oh, he doesn't have it. Wow. I'm surprised that got in there. I thought for sure he'd be countering. One thing I love about having Shouldered Whispering One in here is I don't have to be as worried about them removing my threats anymore. Because the Whispering One can bring them back. So they can use all the removal on my other guys, and I throw out the Whispering One and start getting them back. I don't know what he's doing. I'm positive that he's at America control, but he can't really do much. He made Reprisal totally useless against him. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Boom. I probably should do that after I attack. Yada yada. Whatever. I'm a little rusty, but who cares? We're having some fun. It's Friday night. Friday Night Magic. Let's have some fun. Oh man, I love this dragon so damn much. Against decks that have white, you know they're running, oftentimes they're running a Reprisals, oftentimes they're running Edicts, and it just renders those totally useless, so they have to use their other forms of removal or other forms of dealing with creatures on them. So he is just such a great card. I mean, anybody who would ever consider getting rid of him is not thinking clearly. So I'm going to, boom, Monstrosity him. And deal 7 damage to his health. Boom. And let's see if we're going to get a swing in for the win. Is he going to return him to my hand? Nope, that's the game. Boom. Storm Breath Dragon for the win once again. Storm Breath Dragon, I swear to God, that dude wins so many matches. Like, that dude there wins so many matches. I don't, like, if you run red, he fits right in most red decks. I mean, he can fit in as your game winner for the aggressive decks. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of people won't run him because it's 5 mana and they want to run like the 3-cost mana spells at most, or 4-cost at most. But he is just phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal card. I'm going to get another game in here just because the first 2 games weren't that great. But let's get another one in. That Murica Control didn't stand a chance because I rendered his white spells useless. I got lucky. I got the nut draw against the Murica Control. The Reprisal was useless. Let's see what we get paired up against now. You know, when you get the new cards in here, people try and use them, and they make some pretty stupid decks sometimes. I'm not saying that that deck was stupid. I don't know. I don't know what was in it. He didn't last long enough. He didn't stand much of a chance to get to use it. But we'll see. The consistency in this deck comes from the flying, the air guys, and the angel and the dragon and the 5/6 dude who they all come in turn 5, turn 4 potentially if you get the ingots, and they're just big boys on turn 5, and a lot of people just don't have the answers to them, especially that early oftentimes. So I like it. I like it. I want some more of it. I don't like this hand per se. This is a little better of a hand. We're going to keep that one. And we got 2 Nomad Outposts. That's awesome. Oh man, I'm so happy that they released this card. It totally helps with this deck, man. So we got an aggressive blue deck so far. We see blue. We'll see if there's anything else going on. Anything else popping off in the colors. Beautiful thing is with that Mardu card there, they a lot of times probably expect that other shitty Mardu card that I don't run in this deck because it's terrible. But we'll see. And that 0/4 is pretty much useless currently. He does have, I bet, a card to deal with it. As far as in the tactics, I bet that he has it. I'm totally sure he has it. So I'm going to just shock this dude over here. So that way he can't draw next turn. Just take that out of there so he can't draw next turn. Or maybe I should have let him play the military intelligence and then boom, shock it. Because I knew he had it, told you. Military intelligence, obviously, I'm sure everybody who's watching this video knows what it does, but whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Alright, alright, alright. Let's, ooh, you know what? I want to get this online. So I'm going to throw that out there now. Boom. Get it online. Get it online. So he doesn't have an aggro option going on here. There's nothing that he can play, as far as I'm aware, that can attack right now. So he's not drawing off the military intelligence. Now he's probably planning to counter something. So we're going to do this here. We're going to do this here. Oh, you're gonna... Yeah, use it now. I would totally rather him use that now than later. When I start dropping my big boys. We'll take that. We'll take that. Those military intelligence are pretty much useless right now. Especially, man, if I could get a planetary cleansing and totally demolish him. But that early shock totally fucked him up. Fucked up his entire game plan. He can't counter it right now, so I'm just going to play the Baneslayer now. And we'll see if he's going to bounce it to my hand. He's probably going to bounce it, or he's going to... no, well, no, I mean, he's not going to... He doesn't have any aggressive dudes to do anything with. He's obviously an aggro blue build. So I'm not really worried about him doing much. He's going to get his dissolve back. I'm not really worried about that dissolve. I'm going to shock this dude. Boom. And I'm totally going to ruin his game plan now. He's not going to be drawing like he wants to. I'm going to make him sacrifice the other dude so there's a lot less likelihood of him doing so. So I'm going to make him do that now. Fuck it. I know there's probably a better time to do it, but let's do it now. And yep, he just quit. I mean, there's no coming back from that. He doesn't really have any hope. And we're going to just swing in with her, heal some, attack with him, or deal some damage to him. And let's go into the next turn. Let's see what the computer does. Like I said, there are a number of times where you can kind of ruin a number of decks by wiping out the early guys, and then boom, once your big boys go online, there is no hope. He's tapped out. We're gonna play the Ruins card, and we are going to fish for... Who are we gonna fish for? Should we get Gristle? Should we get Old Faithful? He is my favorite. But is the... You know what? I think the smarter option probably is just to get the Whispering one. Currently, that's probably the smartest option. That way, if he plays a creature or something and he's tapped out, I can play Shouldered Whispering one, and it'll make him sacrifice his creature. So there's absolutely no coming back. Yeah, so he has Dissolve online, obviously. So let's do this here. Attack with all of them. We know he's holding Dissolve, so we're just going to swing in, and we'll win it next turn. We should. Unless he draws something, obviously, to bounce one of my Jews back and stall it out a little longer. But this is pretty much over. We'll see. Swing in and see what happens. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Yeah, I totally ruined that guy. Let's do another one. I love how diversified the pool is, or the meta is currently too, or how it has kind of changed over the course of time to be so diversified. R2D2, cool name, bro. Cool name, bro. Let's see what R2D2 is doing. Let's see what R2D2 is doing. So we don't have early removal options here. It might not be the best idea to take this hand, but I do like the opportunities that I see here if I can survive the early turns by getting some nut draws. Alright, good. So he's got a slower deck. That means that I was okay taking it. And generally, the meta is far slower now than what it used to be, so it can be safe to take some slower hands. So let's see what he's working with. Is it purely Simic? It looks like it's purely Simic, which generally that means there's no board wipes coming. He's probably playing some sort of returning creatures to his hand, I'm guessing. I'm going to guess, I mean I could be wrong, but I'm going to guess he's like either returning creatures to his hand and you know, bouncing them around with the big frog dude, or he is playing a more aggressive deck based around military intelligence and some small creatures. We'll see though, we'll see. Let's go ahead and play the other swamp. Next turn we'll play the mountain. We'll drop the Phyrexian Rager, and we will go on to the next turn. Swinging in for 1. What's he going to do? What's he got? What lands is that? Black. Alright, so there is black in his land. So he's playing Salte. There's probably spider spawning that I'm going to guess. He's probably got lots of creatures. It's going to be my guess. And he's probably got some self-mill in there too. If he's running blue, he might as well run the Hedron Crab if he is doing spider spawning. He could also be going for Infinite Turns combo. Salty can be a decent deck for that. Ooh, shit. You know what? I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, I'm going to ramp into my my dragon turn 5. Or turn 4. Awesome. Hopefully he doesn't have some kind of counter. That'd be kind of gay. That'd be gay if he has counter spells. But if he has counter spells, then I know that he's kind of lacking in other fields. Alright, good. He's tapped out. Ballin'! Bullin'! Alright, I'm guessing he's probably going for an Infinite Turn combo. I could be wrong, though. I totally could be wrong. Alright, let's play this here, and let's get the dragon in there. Boom. Boom, baby. Let's start swinging in. Let's start swinging in, boys! Let's see what he's going to do. He's got a big hand. We got 4, 5, 6. So next turn after this one, if the dragon is still on there, I'm going to pump him up and deal damage to him equal to the cards in his hand. Let's see what he's working with. Let's see what he's playing. Ooh, yeah, Dinarova Horror. I love that card. I love that card. Alright, we're going to wipe the board this turn. Back. Boom. We're going to wipe the fucking board. Boom. Wipe the board, and those creatures don't go to his graveyard, which is great. And we're going to swing in. Next turn, we're going to pump him up, deal damage equal to what's in his hand. And let's see if this Stormbreath Dragon wins the game again. I swear to God, this dude wins fucking games. If they can't answer it, he wins fucking games. Oh yeah, that means we're pumping it up. He's getting 5 to the face. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll be the game. That should be the game. Unless he has a fog. That should be the game, boys. That's the game. That is the game. I don't know, like, did he not realize monstrosity? I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, that's the game. All right, let's go for another one. we're going to just keep on running some into days, and just so you guys can see over the long haul how well it performs. Like I said, it is a very consistent deck, and probably, I know it's very, very solid for the color option here, Mardu. You know, normally I would love to have some red in my opening hand, but I do have some tools here, and the hand is kind of built for this, and it's got 3 mana, so I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to it. Hopefully we're not playing against an aggressive deck, but the meta is slower right now, so I'm just going to, you know, I'm just going to keep it like it is right now and just take this hand. Let's see what we're up against. What are we up against? What are we up against? Let's see if he's going to counter. We're going to play Friction Rager, and we're going to see if he's going to counter. We're going to play that because we don't have a dragon or an angel in hand, and don't need red mana right now, and I just want to get some board presence, and also see if he's going to counter that, which he didn't. Alright. It would be kind of lame, though, if I did draw an angel or a dragon. That's cool. We'll probably just get that out of the way this turn, so that way it's not in the way later. I'm not going to be able to do anything else, so I might as well just boom and get it out of the way now. Get it out of the way now, so that way he can't counter it later. I am going to play relatively aggressive against him. I know that he's a control deck now, so I'm sure he's sitting on counter spells. He wanted to have that out there to kind of guard himself against my attacks. And let's see what he's going to play. I'm sure he's probably got some bounces. Probably, maybe. I'm surprised he's tapping out for that. Granted, like, if I had the cards, I mean, that would be a bad decision for him to tap out like that. But I don't have them, so damn it. Ooh, yeah, I can play this and play the Friction Rager as well. I don't have an answer to that 1/1 right now, but you know, hopefully it's not going to be too bad right for me. Hopefully that thing doesn't get too bad or too big too quick. I'm really hoping that he casts something this turn, so that way I can play a free creature without getting countered. Inspiration. He's going to do it this turn. Interesting. Should have done that during my turn probably, but oh well. Oh well. See, that's one card where it is nice to have something to exile it. But I don't have that, so I'm not going to stress over it. I'm going to play my Runes Guard. Now, this is a tough decision, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get something to answer that guy. I'm going to get an answer for that dude. What kind of answer am I going to get, though? Because it's going to get big. If I wipe the board, then he's going to have board presence against me. I'm going to get reprisal. Oh, bitch. Bitch. That slows me down. That slows me down. Do I reprisal now? Or do I wait to reprisal until later? That is the question. I want to get that out of the way now, though. I know he's holding on to a counter spell, though. I know that's coming. Let's get it out of his hand now. Oof. I almost got it out there. I just know he's holding a counterspell, so I mean, reprisaling it now is not going to work. Dude's just going to get so big, though. But it's all good, though. I mean, as long as he can... If he taps out, then I'm golden. Interesting. Give me something that I can play. Alright, that's good. So then he can counter it, and then I can reprisal his bitch. Counter it. Fuck, he didn't counter it. Son of a bitch. I thought for sure he would counter that. I thought for sure he was going to counter it. Sorry, buddy. You can't do shit about it. 6 1-1s. Wait, 5 1-1s? I thought it was 6. Oh, no, yeah, that's right, because that thing. So, yeah, 5 of them. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's doing. What's he gonna do? This is a pretty good game. I know it's gonna be a tough one. I don't have Edict in here, so this can hurt me. But it's the rare card, so I don't really feel the need for Edict because that doesn't really happen very much. You know, you got to build for consistency overall. When I'm playing randoms, I play mostly randoms, so I build around that. Oof, that hurts. Give me a board wipe. Fuck, and he has mana open to protect against it. Oh, bitch, he has protection from red. Fuck. That hurts. I need board wipes. Come on, board wipes. What the fuck are you doing, man? You had enough. Oh, fuck me. Pump it up so I can take out some of those counters. It's gonna hurt next turn. He's got the control of this, man. This shit is pretty fucked up right now. I need planner cleansing to clean this shit up, but he's got the counter spells for it too to answer. I mean, he has 2 cards in his hand. He has 1 card in his hand. It's probably a counter spell. Fuck me. Can he kill me this turn? He might be able to kill me. If I block, he's probably gonna be able to kill me. Oh, he's tapped out. But yeah, that's probably gonna win the game. That's why he did both of them. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the game. That is going to be the game. Motherfuck. What are you doing, man? Fucking swing in and win. Why are you taking forever? You're not going to swing in for the win? Okay. We're gonna boom. Boom. We're gonna boom. We're gonna boom. We're gonna boom. Block. Man, if I could draw planner cleansing this turn, then I have completely flipped this around. Give me a fucking planner cleansing. Give me planner cleansing. Fuck. Three, 6. I still have enough to cast planner cleansing if I get it off of this. Give me planner cleansing. Come on, planner cleansing. Planner cleansing. Planner cleansing. Fuck. That's the game. Wah, wah. Good game there. If I had planner cleansing, it would totally turn that around, damn it. Oh. Let's get another one. Let's get another one. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Let me just ready up this and see what is going on there. See what's gonna happen. We got 3 of each, 1 of each. I mean, that's not a bad hand. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. It's slow, but hopefully I'll draw what I need. I believe he could have swung in for lethal damage and killed me that turn. But he didn't swing with everything, which was stupid. I usually prefer on the early turns to draw my tap lands and play them, because that way later turns I'm more likely to get these lands to play. So he's playing some kind of aggressive deck because he has this traveler's gear or adventurer's gear. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, your creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Is he playing a white deck too? Does he have the 1/1 flyers that searches his deck? You know what though? I'm going to go ahead and get the Friction Rager out there. Oh fuck! I didn't even pay attention. I drew Storm Breath. I could have had him out there next turn. Son of a bitch. Fuck me. Fuck me. That's what happens when you gotta pee. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. So we don't have to worry much. He's running an aggressive deck, and he doesn't have shit. So, you know what? I'm going to play this just so I'm ramped up faster. I should have done that last turn, so that way I could have played the dragon this turn. God damn it! But I'm not paying attention. Fuck, so I could have swung in for 4 damage this turn, and then I'd be open for the next turn. Next turn I'd be playing Graveborn Muse, so I'd be in a much better standing. But it looks like he's got a terrible deck right now anyways, so I'm not that worried about it. So we're just going to go ahead and get him out there this turn. Since he's tapped out, he's not countering it. Attack, boom. Should have did that last turn. And then this turn I would have had Graveborn Muse on the battlefield too, and I'd been in a far better situation or far better standing. Or no, I would actually have Baneslayer Angel on the board right now along with the dragon. Man, I'd be crushing it right now. I would totally be crushing it right now. Alright, so how much am I left open with? 3. But I want to get it out of the way anyways. Just so I can keep pumping out that damage. Yeah, let's do it. Make him sack it. Get that shit out of the way. Get that shit out of the way, bro. He's tapped out anyway, so it don't matter. Right, what do we draw? Anger of the Gods. Attack, Alright, so this is not looking good for this dude. That dude's deck is absolutely terrible. Like, why are you playing this card with this fucking card? That's stupid. This is just such a bad deck. Horrible, horrible deck. Absolutely terrible. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you running ingots along with adventuring gear? Like, oh my god. This is probably the worst deck I've seen in a while. I don't even care what's in it. It's just seeing these cards here. It's just terrible. Let's see what he's got over here. Okay, the Gargamosa and that thing. Yeah, man, this dude's terrible. He's blue. He's only got blue mana too, so he can't wipe a board or anything like that. I ain't got to worry about that shit, so I'm just going to play that out there. And this dude is fucked. Such a terrible deck. Such a horrible deck. Yeah, I should have actually, I should have attacked first and then, but yeah. I don't even give a fuck. I don't even care that he's running that adventure gear. Like, it's stupid. So dumb. Such a terrible deck. Such a horrible deck. Wow, so bad. So fucking bad. Is he getting some other lands? Is he only blue? Like what the fuck is he doing, man? Like, this is a horrible build. Horrible, horrible build. So terrible. Such a bad build, man. Absolutely horrible. Alright, on to the next one. I'm going to do one more game, I think, and then I'm going to call it. I'm not going to do one more game with him. I don't even think I can. I don't think it works like that. That was a terrible deck. I don't want to play that shit again. I don't want to play that fucking deck again, dude. That's a terrible deck. Horrible deck. Bad for the video. Bad for the fucking video. Let's see if there's anybody hosting games. Let's go with Simzard. I wonder if that was the other blue guy that was doing the control. That was pretty good. I don't remember. I don't think so. Alright, and not a bad. We'll keep that hand. We'll keep that hand. Not bad, not bad. Let's see how it shapes up. He's mulliganing. He had to mulligan twice. Alright, is that Savage Lands or is that Necropolis? Necropolis, alright, cool. Alright, so we know that he's running black, blue, and red, and white. So, let's see what he's playing. He could be playing Monk King Project, potentially. What else could he be playing? We'll have to wait and see. It's too early. It's too early. Let's go ahead and do this just to get deeper into my deck ASAP. I want to get deeper into my deck. Alright. Alright, so he's running to cultivate. I don't remember if that's in the Monkey project or not. Oh wait, red. Yeah, red is. Alright, let's see. I'm just thinking he might be running Monkey. Currently, I'm going to play him like he is. Yeah, I'm going to play this here, and just play that for now, since I don't really have that great of a hand. Next turn, I can play the other. I'm going to play the Graveborn Muse and get my draw on. And force him to throw the Ground Assault at it. I'm sure he has it. What is that? What is that? What is that? Blue, green, and red. The Timberland. Okay. That's a pretty good art. Blue, green, and red. Nomad Outpost. But no, I'm going to play this. And I'm going to get this out there. He doesn't have another blue mana open to counter it. Okay. Okay. And start making him use his removal. I'm sure he has Ground Assault. He's got to. There it is. Yep. Ground Assault. Alright. So, Andy has lands open to counter something. Alright, so I have to do that anyways. Man. I don't really have anything in my hand anyways to take advantage of it, but I could draw it, so let me just do it. Cool. He didn't counter it. I don't know if that means he doesn't have any counters in his hand or what, but yeah. Alright, he's obviously running control. He's probably looking to counter something this turn. And I don't want it to be my angel at the present, so we're going to do that. Alright, I'm going to start dropping bombs next turn. Hopefully I draw into some more too. But I got to start doing something. He's control, and if it goes too late, he's going to win probably. Oh shit, he's playing that. He's probably running a Warp World. He's probably got a Warp World deck going on. I'm gonna guess that he's running Warp World if he's got that in his deck. There's really no point of having that in your deck if you're not running Warp World. So we're gonna boom, get that out there, see if he counters it. Doesn't have it. Alright, both of the Ground Assaults are gone. Shouldered Whispering one. I don't think he has any creatures though, no? Yeah, he don't have no creatures. He's almost out of cards in his hand now. Let's see if he has it. He can't counter it. He has one card in his hand, and it's not looking good for him. Oh, bitch, man. Let's get the damage in there. And I got 2 shocks I'm sitting on. He's got 1 card left in his hand. I'm hoping I can draw my big boys next, because I need those guys to come online ASAP fucking P. Now he's got 2 cards in his hand. I don't know what they are. He's obviously some sort of control. I think that the dragon that he was running is fucking retarded to be running. Alright. Give me a fatty. Give me a fucking fatty. Boom, he's tapped out. Give me a fatty, yo. Can I get a fatty, please? Yeah, that'll work. I'll take that. I'll take that. Hopefully you can't remove him. He has 3 cards in hand. It's probably removable. I mean, it's obvious that he is a control build. Ooh, that fucking hurts, because I don't have an answer to that right now. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, wait, that's game. I believe that's game anyways. Yeah, that's game. Good game, sir. Yep. Yeah. Bad deck, man. I don't know why you're running the fucking dragon there. Alright, so we got some good matches in there. You know, there was the blue deck there, the solid blue deck control deck is probably my favorite build that I went up against there. But as you can see, the deck is really consistent in the random matches here on Steam. And as you notice also, here on Steam, I feel like it's a lot more rare that you bump into decks that have more than 60 cards in them. I think that's a much more common issue on the consoles, probably because the consoles are much more casual gamers playing on there rather than the computer or the PC, especially whereas like the computer, it's a fucking computer, so you can easily just net deck something too right there, and it's like it makes sense if they're running Steam, if they're playing on Steam, they probably are smart enough to, you know, use Google and find stuff too and find some decent decks. So I feel like the decks that have more than 60 cards in them are a lot more common on Steam, or a lot less common on Steam. I'm sorry, as opposed to PlayStation or Xbox One. I own a PS4. And you'll be seeing more videos from PS4 games coming out. I got Mortal Kombat X and Bloodborne currently that I'm going to be showing. But it's been fun. That's Friday Night Magic. And I'll be back again real soon with some more Magic. And appreciate you watching. If you enjoy the video, please definitely thumbs it up. Like it. Comment below any recommendations or advice that you may have. Anything that you'd like to see. Don't hesitate to ask. Please share the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more coming. This brand new channel. I've got a lot more in store. I'm really, really looking forward to the future. And I hope you are too. And I'll be back in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.